Hello and welcome to another LSM via Facebook Live. I'm Josh Simon, your LSM APAC ambassador. Today we're going to go through a whole lot of goodness about the 1.7 upgrades. It introduces one of the new but old features that we've had previously called multi-review. It's now inside our lovely little X client. We will dig into that a bit later. But during this Facebook Live, we have a team of experts online standing by for any questions. So if you have any questions from this version that you might know of or previous versions, tap away and we will respond to you as quick as we can. So 1.7, as I said, multi-review is the big bones behind this upgrades. But there is also an enhancement to some little issues that we have in the past, which will always upgrade. Reliability is what we want in our upgrades. But multi-review, I'm going to throw you over to Mark Maffray for this one. He's standing by. Mark.
So today we begin to configure the settings to use multi-review mode. I'm gonna go to multicam software and be sure that you have properly enabled proxy and use H.264 codec. After this, you have to go to network and go to advanced mode to see if you have properly enabled proxy streaming, and provide an IP address within a range of your PCLAN network. I'm gonna close this window, go to system settings, be sure that you have the correct license installed of multi-review and enable there the multi-review mode. So I'm gonna launch the LSM via app, connect the remote. And now, as you can see, in place of the viewer as a second screen, you have two choices there. You can load the last session, or you can start a new session. Today we start a new session. And as you can see, you have a lots of layouts there. Today at Paris office, we have two XTs with 4 channel inputs each. So I'm gonna choose 8 thumbnails. We have 2 choices there for 8 thumbnails. I'm gonna choose this one by clicking with the mouse there and simply open it. So now we need to configure this workspace. As you can see at the right of the screen, you have there all the record trains available. So we have here 8 inputs available in the network. So 2 16 meters, tactical camera, main camera, low behind left, right, and 2 Steadicam. So you can maybe easily do ISO angle editing. So you can sort record trains by channel ID or channel name. It's really up to you. So I'm gonna sort by channel ID. To change the picture in the thumbnail, it's really simple. I just need to click there on the thumbnail that I'm interested in. Sorry. I'm gonna click there in the order of all the inputs: tactical, main camera, the 2 low behind left and right there, and the 2 Steadicam at the bottom of the screen. Okay, so my first workspace is okay. I can add another workspace as a preview maybe to see if there is offside I can click there on the thumbnail and so choose 16 meter left and 16 meter right. So now I have my two workspaces there. I can see like this the preview of the workspace. You don't have to click on it, just see like this a preview. You can add up to 20 workspaces like this, so it's a lot. You can, after this, change the name of your workspace. Maybe I can use ISO angle here and offside there. Okay. So now I have configured my two workspaces. I'm gonna close this window and now I'm gonna launch the multi-review mode directly into my remote. So there is two ways to switch to multi-review mode there. First one is to go to Shift menu and press C, or you can directly press Shift menu and the touchscreen here, multi-review mode. Okay, that's the first way to start multi-review in the remote. The other way is to this example. I have put two shortcuts, one with multi-review mode and one with PGM preview there. So I can easily switch between those two modes. So I'm gonna use multi-review. As you can see, you have there the same layout that you can see in the second screen with all the correct names of the record trains. So now everything is okay to work. I can now make clips with all record trains that I'm interested in. So I'm gonna choose all the angle that I need to clip. I'm gonna use all the angle, but you can choose whatever you want. And just with the jog, come back at the beginning, maybe at there for the goalkeeper. And I'm gonna press out. And now I just need to press an empty F key to create a clip. Now I can go to PGM preview. I work to do replay or whatever you want. And here you have your clip with all the angles selected. So it's really simple to clip all the angles that you need. I have done here with the mouse, but you can do directly into the remote by pressing the touch screen. If I need to clear the selection, it's really simple. I just need to press here the box clear selection. I can switch between different workspaces directly with the remote. So it's really simple to make clips with all the angles that I need. So now I'm gonna edit directly angles into a playlist. So I'm gonna here click there, and as you can see, you have like a playlist panel open. So I just need, like we have done with the clip, we have to select the angles that we need, make an in point, make an out point, and then press the little plus there to add all the angles that I have selected. As you can see, it's create clips directly. You don't need to click an empty F key. Like this, it's automatically clipped as a protocol receive page in the settings. It's configured to have number 6 for me in my settings, so it automatically creates 612A clip, 612 B, C, D, etc., etc. Because I have already configured that in the settings as number 6. I can also disable or enable make local auto to make auto local clip to I don't know how to say that, to not copy every clip into your machine in local. Okay, so that's one way to edit clips directly into a playlist. After this, I can do directly only with the remote by selecting all the angles that I need, make an in point, make an out point, and just press the append to playlist 11. And all the angles are automatically edited in my playlist 11. After this, I can change lots of settings there, like FX duration, type of transition, etc., etc. You can sort by TCN, so you can easily work like this in this example to make ISO angles really easily directly into playlists. Clear selection, in, out. I select all the angles that I need and append to playlists. So it's really simple. So we have seen how to make a clip, how to make a playlist, and now we can jump to a certain TC like this. You just need to press go to TC and just select the time code that you want to go, and now you go to the time code that you need to take some clips, append to playlist 11, for example. So we have seen how to make a clip, how to make playlists, and now you can directly, with the remote, export this playlist. So in this example, we have two targets already configured with high low res target and another target to transcode media to web. So you can select whatever you want and press confirm to export directly your playlist. So it's, in my opinion, a really nice feature, really powerful feature, because you see all the angles that you want to see, not only local record trains, and it's so easy to clip it or add to a playlist. For example, in my example, the ISO angles, it's really nice to edit with this multi-review mode. And you can think about lots of different situations, but it's a really, really nice feature.
Multi-review. What do you think? If you don't have a question to ask, write a comment on multi-review. Let us know what you think. Maybe how you can apply it to one of your workflows in your chosen sport. It would be really good to find out what you think. I've seen the evolution of this from many, many years back, around 2008, 2010, when the ideas were first floating, trying to create extra additional emotion and ways we could enhance our coverage. And I think now that it's integrated within the LSM VIA, I think it's going to be a massive winner moving forward from now on. And once everybody gets into the adoption of the LSM VIA and it becomes such a unique unit again, make LSMs great again, use that hashtag, I think you'll find that it'll be a really, really good tool to use. So now I'm going to hand you over to Jamie. Jamie?
Thanks, Josh. Let's have a look at these legacy catch-up features in LSM VIA 1.7. If I change my screen here, you can see my remote, you can see my output and my viewer. Now, the first thing is in previous versions of LSM VIA, when you created a clip, when you had a growing clip, it waited until the preferred and secondary angles were created before you could load the clip. Now we've changed that to behave a lot more like you'd expect with legacy. So when I create a clip in, out, and make the clip, of course it flashes waiting for the guard band to be created, but I can load it quickly and my angle will be there. Again, if you're too quick, like on legacy, it will load the A angle if that's not your preferred angle, but at least now we can load the clip as it's being created. So that's what we come to expect in legacy, and that's what we expect and now have in LSM VIA 1.7. One of the other things that has changed in terms of the viewer on version 1.7 is we now have a new key, F7, which will call a page or a page and bank to your viewer screen, just in the same way as we used to do with F3 on the legacy. So if I type in over on my viewer here, if I type in 1 and hit F7, it's going to go to page 1. I'm already on page 1, so let's go to page 2. There's page 2, 3, F7, 4, F7, 5, F7. If I go 1, 2, F7, it takes me to the bank 2 of page 1. So if I did, for instance, 4, 4, it takes me to page 4, bank 4. Now F3 is still there, but that is to be used for calling clips to your output. So if I go 111 F3, you can see in my output above there, the 111 has been recalled. I can also recall a record train. So if I type in A/01 F3, you can see machine 1's first record has come up on my output as well. Just going to come back local to where I was. One of the other things that has changed on the viewer is that the viewer lists playlists in one big list. So if I hit Shift F10 here on my remote, I've synced with my viewer. I can use my mouse wheel to scroll up and down. But one of the things that was catching people out is it wasn't taking you to your current pages playlists. Whereas now, if I go to page 5, let's say, on my remote, if I go to Shift F10, my playlists are still showing me pages 3 and 4 where I was last time. But if you hit End on the keyboard, it will take you to the playlist that's the first one on the current page you're on. So if I just prove that again, if I go to page 6, then if I go End, it takes me to playlist 61. So that behavior just enables us to stay within the same page structure as we used to, rather than having to scroll through the list. Don't forget as well, you can hide empty playlists by hitting this little tab up here, and you can only see playlists that currently have clips in them, along with various bits of information, including aux clip there, of course. I can turn that off, and I can see all playlists again. One of the other things we all like to do, of course, when we're navigating around on our VGAs on the legacy system, is being able to connect to other machines. F9 does the same thing on this 1.7 or on all of the VIA systems. I can connect to a system by hitting F9, selecting it from the list with my keyboard, or I can do it with my mouse. What if I want to hop between two different destinations, maybe I'm copying from one to my local machine. Well, we used to hit Alt and Tab on the legacy system. Alt and Tab now exists as another function in Linux, which we're running here to run the viewer software. That means that will switch between applications, which we don't want. However, if I hit Shift and F9, I can toggle between those two different destinations on the network. So if I go back to my local machine here, and I can go Shift F9 back to machine 1. So I could be copying clips between two destinations or loading clips between two destinations. Just makes it a lot quicker. So we've now got that Alt Tab mimicking behavior, if you like. So it's no longer Alt Tab, it's Shift and F9.
Thanks, Jamie. Well, you can see what our dev team are trying to do. We're trying to still look at the old legacy remote, pick up those lovely little tools that we've been using, those little nuances, those keystrokes that we liked from the legacy, and then put it into this new remote so it still has that same feel. We really need to do that because of muscle memory, and we just like those features. It's always good to have these new innovations, but we still need to bring the bolts over into this new remote. So don't despair. Dev teams are always wanting to bring a lot more in. Just takes a little bit more time. We are a new operating system. We're not controlled by RS422. Remember that. So it will take some time, but as you can see, we are pushing forward with this. So I'm going to pass you to Tom now. He's going to go over exclusive control.
Hey everyone. I want to tell you about a change we made to the LSM VIA settings infrastructure page. The settings infrastructure page is where we go to select which XT server we'll be connecting to, as well as to define which inputs and which outputs will be available to us from our LSM VIA remote. Some of you may know that we no longer require any physical RSS-422 serial cable connections to the XT. We can do everything from the browser. So that means no more having to swap around cables in order to control a different machine. I'll show you how I do it. From my LSM VIA viewer, I can select Settings, Infrastructure, and choose to remove a program from my controller. Now, after a save and a restart, I'll only be controlling outputs 1 and 2, and someone will be able to take control of program 3. Now I'll tell you about a new interface coming to LSM VIA update version 1.7, transfer monitoring. Hopefully by now you know how easy it is to export a clip using your LSM VIA controller, especially if you assign a shortcut key to that export. But what you may not know is that behind all transfers across the EVS network is a transfer software called X-Square. Everything from importing a clip to your machine using Xfile 3, to flattening a playlist using your LSM VIA controller, to exporting to an edit suite using a shortcut key. It's all handled by X-Square. And now, with a software upgrade, the X-Square monitoring page will be viewable from any computer on the network with a browser. And yes, this includes LSM VIA Viewer. We've even added a shortcut button to make you faster. I'll show you how I do it. Within the X-Square interface, you'll see two small buttons at the bottom. One to bring up a search page, and this new one, which brings up the X-Square monitoring page, which looks like this. Now, whenever I initiate a transfer from my remote, X-Square will pick up the job, process it, and provide feedback on this screen for me to view and to report back about when the transfer is going to be completed. If you have any other questions about X-Square or X-Square monitoring, throw them in the chat and one of our experts will respond.
X-Square integration, it's good, isn't it? It's one of the benefits, I think, and moving forward to old methods where we used to use the router, play clips back, play a playlist back to loop stuff back in now. But now we've got X-Square integration and flattening playlists, speeding things up, slowing things down, maybe even putting an aux clip over a clip, flattening a playlist again to get another layer of audio. It's one of the ways we can push forward and using old tricks in new ways. So X squared integration's a huge move forward. So we're going on to some technical improvements now. Also, improvements on the shortcut button. So this, we're going to throw this over to Roland over in Brazil. Roland.
Thank you, Josh. Yeah, that's right. In this short demo, I will show you the technical improvements of LSM VIA version 1.7. For that, I'll have to take you with me to the LSM viewer screen. So there we are. Here you see the screen in the right upper corner. There you can go to your settings. So here we are on the settings page. You have the system settings and the infrastructure settings. For now, we go to the infrastructure settings. There you can see the EVS server configuration, where you see a new part here where you can check your connection between the server and your remote. So let's check. Now you see our last check, the date and time, the latency between LSM VIA workstation and the EVS server. Little remark, the connection is between Rio de Janeiro in Brazil and our headquarters in Belgium. That's why it's higher than the minimum. EVS servers XT VIA multicam version. You see the VIA services are available. VIA services response time, the net number, the net name, and the serial number of your EVS server. So that's for the connection parts. Also new is when you change here, for example, my operator recordings. I'll add E and F on this. You press save. It will give you the option to restart LSM VIA right away, or restart now, or restart later. Also new in LSM VIA 1.7 is the technical information on your touchscreen of the remote. So let's go to the touchscreen. There we are. In the right upper corner you see the question mark. If you press the question mark, there you have a general page now with information about your software versions, XT VIA server information, IP address, serial numbers, net name, as well as LSM VIA workstation and LSM VIA remote info. So apart from this, I would also like to go over the improved shortcut buttons and especially the way it's organized. You can see the subcategories here on the left side, which is new. So clips, you can see your star function, your add to playlist, very nice, your push and your keywords. At content access, there you can see your last clip, your last playlist, add to shotbox, your record trains, where you can put a record train as a shortcut. The other functions, page, recall. In the control category, you can find all your control options, obviously including program preview, multi-program, and your split functions. At the export, flatten playlist, and of course extra motion. Great tool. And on generic you can find Cerebrum, the characters, and lock remote, for example. So this will make it a lot easier to program your shortcuts quickly. So that's all for now. Thanks, Josh. Back to you.
Cheers, Roland, all the way from Brazil. Thank you for that. So, in a nutshell, 1.7. What's your thoughts, guys? Let us know either in comments underneath here. We will be still online for a little bit longer, answering any questions. We really need your feedback. Feedback drives us. Feedback moves us forward. It's something that we give to our devs and they look at it and they go, right, we're going to tackle this and we're going to move forward with this and make it the best we can. So in saying that, as 1.7 does bring out multi-review, it does enhance some old little issues that were there in the past. And there's going to be more issues moving forward. We know that. We want to make the tool of our trade, the hammer, global. We want to make sure you can use it in your left and right hands. Australia, New Zealand, Canada, America, all the way over to England, Europe. We want this tool of our trade to just sing and be the best it can and move forward with this market. So we are there for you. So bear with us. We are going to make it great again. Like on my little cheeky hashtag of making LSMs great again. You can use that if you want, or bringing the wow. It does bring a little bit of wow at the moment, but we want it to really bring the big wow in a big way. Hopefully within a years to come, it is going to be that. So evs.com/new replay experiences. Jump on that, have a look at our guides and any news and information. We'll always publish that there for you. But for now, let us know what you think, and look forward to you on the next webinar.